The same as you would an equation. The biggest thing with inequalities is making sure you pay attention to which way the inequality sign is facing after you've worked the problem. There are a couple of cases where you have to flip the sign, so make sure you pay very close attention to that, and I'm going to talk about that here in this video. Now remember, just a real quick review, inequality signs, you have your less than, greater than, less than or equal to, or greater than or equal to symbols. Now with inequality signs, you want to always read them left to right, and that's why this one is specifically called your less than sign and this one is your greater than. So you also want to try to always have your variable on the left hand side. You don't have to, but it just makes life a little bit easier if you can. So you always want to read an inequality and say x is less than 32, and that just gives you a clear indication that you know that x is going to be less than 32. So x could be 31, x could be 30, x could be 5, negative 42, whatever. But putting your variable on the left hand side just makes reading it out and understanding it just makes life a little simpler. All right, so if we jump into an inequality problem that you have to solve, okay, let's say we have x plus 4 is greater than, I don't know, 10. Okay, so again, you're going to follow the same steps to simplify like you would a regular equation. So since you have x plus 4 is greater than 10, do the opposite operation. So you're going to subtract 4 from both sides of your signs here. All right, 4 minus 4 gives you 0, and 10 minus 4 gives you 6. All right, so bring down your x and your greater than sign. So this is it. You've got x is greater than 6. You're done. There's nothing left to do. All right, but let's look at one like this. Let's say you have negative 3 times x is less than or equal to 21. All right, so in order to solve this one, we've got negative 3 times x. The opposite of multiplying is to divide. Very good. So we're going to divide both sides by negative 3. Okay, so since I divide by negative 3, this gives me x. 21 divided by negative 3 is negative 7. Now, this is one of those special cases where you're going to have to make sure you flip your sign at the end. When you divide by a negative number on both sides here, since we divided by negative 3, you have to flip the sign. Anytime you multiply both sides or divide both sides by a negative number, you flip your sign. So this is technically not our solution. We have to flip this sign before we're done. So it really is x is greater than or equal to negative 7. This is our solution. This one is not. Okay, so make sure anytime you divide or multiply both sides of your inequality, I think I keep saying equation, inequality by a negative number, flip the sign at the end. Very, very, very important. All right, so let's do some that are just a little bit more advanced here. So let's say we have 2x plus 7 is less than x plus 10. All right, so our variable is on both sides of the inequality sign. I'm going to subtract the x and move it over to the left. It's just going to make life simpler. So subtract 1x, subtract 1x, 2x minus 1x is x. Very good. Bring down what I have left. Okay, I really don't need that plus sign there, do I? Okay, so now I have x plus 7. What do I do? Good. Hopefully you said subtract 7. And x is less than 3. Okay, it looks a little more complicated. Really, it ends up being sort of simple, doesn't it? All right, so x is less than 3. Let's do another one. How about one like this? So on this one, hopefully you've looked at it. You notice that you're going to have to do your distributive property here. Okay, so let's start with that. 2 times 3b, 6b. 2 times negative 2, negative 4, less than 4b plus 8. All right, so now I've got to get my b's over to the same side. So again, I'm going to subtract 4b from the right and subtract 4b from the left. 0, 2b, or not 2b. Okay, so then opposite operation, add 4, divide by 2. Voila, you're done. All right, so do the practice problems that I've assigned you. And if you have any particular problems with any of them, you feel free to send me an email or hold on to them until Monday when you see me again. Now remember, I'm going to post another video for you for Friday, so check